Kensington Oval and Bridgetown against a West Indian side is a bonus. This is remarkable. He's taken that off his toes, I think by design too, Michael.
Yes, I think McGrath is trying to say something here, Mike. We have all been saying that he has no ability with the bat. Well, that certainly was a pretty good shot. Certainly has upped his average a bit.
This will go all the way to the fence. It's too quick for Mohammad Azharuddin.
Against Klusner. Lance Klusner lets him have the short one to start with, and Glenn McGrath will get 4. He'll be quite happy to take the runs. And so in the 70th over of the innings, 9 for 169. Well, that time he's got a little bit of bat on it, and that'll go for 4. So these runs will not only go to the Australian total, but they'll go on to Glenn McGrath's personal total, and he moves along to 11.
15 minutes before lunch now. There's the slow ball and beautifully played. McGrath's best cover drive in his career. That will go to, he'll definitely want a tape replay of that one. He's going to want to stick that one away in the archives when it's all over, so he can watch this. Have a look at it.
Nicely played. Low full toss, put away. I think he might be telling Mark Taylor, the captain, and Greg Blewett and Mark Waugh, listen, watch me play, boy. I know how to play the cover drive. We'll be giving them some stick in the dressing room. Steve Ward as well. He didn't make many this test. When they get back, these tailenders, I've seen them. They're not used to making runs. They get stuck into the batsman who failed. Ah, well played. He's enjoying this batting now. Well played. Let's have a look at this, how he leans into the shot, and then he says, no, no, this isn't for me. Oh, look at that. I'm impressed.
Now watch him now as he takes guard. You just watch how he taps away at the crease here. There we go. Very batsman-like. Nicely played again. No problems. Well, if there was a message from the captain via that cricket bat, which Paul Rifles just changed, it was, I'm sure, something to the effect that you just keep piling them on.
It's gone. First ball. Swept nicely by Glenn McGrath. Australia lead by 401 now.
What a shot. He nearly got his average in one ball. I don't think he averages 5 in his first-class figures.
Yes, that was Ramprakash again. And always hit that one. That one's gone way down the ground. Well, McGrath has pitched that one about 20 metres short of the long boundary on this ground. And that's getting him cheering a bit. Another look at the shot. I think he might even have got down the wicket here.
Certainly did, and we might be about to see another double-figure Glenn McGrath innings. Very much by courtesy of Mark Ramprakash, who normally is a brilliant fielder in England.
To his right and all the way. Collins can't get around in time. He's a left-hander, of course. It was going away from him. So that's the highest partnership of the innings now, as McGrath goes on to 24, tying his top score in Test cricket. More frustration here for the West Indies, not only on the field but off it as well. That'll go for 4 more.
Well, to me, that's the answer, Tony. I wouldn't be mucking around with second stringers. I'd be getting the guns back on, whether they're tired or not. Ambrose and Walsh have got to finish this off. It's a fine shot there from Glenn McGrath, but a pretty poor delivery, angled down leg side to a tail ender.
Well, we must say the luck has gone with the Australians as well. It's gone for 4. Nothing at all going right for the West Indies.
And a couple of years with a back injury.
Flicked away by McGrath. He's in form. So he'll call that a hook shot. But it was a shot off the hip that brings him a boundary to get off the mark. He desperately wants to get away from that number 11 spot.
I think Glenn McGrath is trying to show that the first innings was not a fluke. That was well played. That was an attempted bouncer by Curtly Ambrose. You could see the length from that particular shot. Pretty short, but not really much venom on that delivery.
Nice full face, and Ambrose thought about throwing it. Certainly got Glenn McGrath scurrying away from his crease. And the new all-rounder is in pretty good form. Australia losing a wicket in that over, 261 for 9.
With Walsh. Through third slip, there is none, so it goes down to the boundary for 4. No third man, no third slip. Outside edge found. And I think it would have carried had there been a third slip. Lovely shot down the ground by McGrath. Very good use of the feet. They now avoid the innings defeat. The West Indies will have to bat again, and that's as good a shot as you would see from any batsman.
Dancing down the wicket, foot to the pitch of the ball, head over the shot, weight over the shot, and a nice clean swing of the bat through the line of the ball, and that is, as Tony Cozier said, as good a shot as you'll see from anyone. Good stuff from Glenn McGrath.
Carl Hooper at second slip is fairly shallow. Well, he's got 2 slips, bat pad, leg gully, and he gets a full toss, leg stump. And Courtney Walsh knows it. He's a bit wary, but the Australian flag flying high, 141 for 9.
Just over the head of the backward square leg fielder and going for 4. 4 valuable runs again from McGrath.
Now this is the real tease. Just flicks that one, watches under the back, just chips it over the man behind square there. Backs off, just flicks it over the top there. Rolls away for another 4 runs.
Lovely breeze up here. A lovely shot from McGrath. He put his foot right next to the ball and he hit it for 4. So he gets off the mark with the boundaries through extra cover off Muralitharan.
Well, not many batsmen in the world strike Muralitharan through extra cover when the ball's turning. He's got right to the pitch of it and timed it perfectly. Good stroke from the Australian number 11.
Australia was 60 for 7. Finally came to the crease, they were 16 for 4. Well played by McGrath. And he spoke to us yesterday morning about the cover drive off Muralitharan for 4 in the first innings, and he's repeated the dose in the second. So that will give him something to talk to his grandchildren about. 122 for 7.
Well, that's what happens. That is a fantastic shot. Straight back over the bowler's head. 4 runs. And these are all extra runs that Zimbabwe have got to cope with come their second innings.
Yeah, McGrath's just showing why he shouldn't be batting at 11. Showing the other batters, look at that. I can also hit it over the top for 4. Fabulous shot. Well done, McGrath.
And through mid-wicket. And a misfield, so that'll be 2.
McGrath faces him. That's a good shot from Glenn McGrath. A boundary is showing the batsman how to do it.
Klein got his line wrong. It may not be a too terrible line if it was the overspinner, but McGrath was playing a magnificent shot low, watched the ball, paddled it, got down on it, hit down on it, rolled over the top of it. Brilliant. Sir Klein Mushtaq has been tending to pitch a couple out there today.
Well, the second ball is 34 overs old.
That does frustrate any bowler.
Oh, and he's hit that one really well. So with that sort of lead, I think Australia would be a chance to wrap this game up tonight. It's 9 for 428.
The odd top edge, and that's the way to go. And there he goes against the 6. No, it's well struck. Sweeping away to square leg.
You can see the benefit of being coached by a captain who himself goes for the slog shot. It's the sort of thing Steve Waugh has shown by example, and McGrath's picked it up in the nets and watching from the dressing room.
By signalled. Get it! Pass it off. Another boundary.
All these runs, all adding up, making it very, very difficult. Reached the pitch of the ball, not quite in control of that shot, but still got away with it and get their focus back on.
That's a fine shot. That's a neat leg glance to end the over. 431 for 9.
Oh, good shot by McGrath. Right over the top of that one, smothered the spin, but played a lovely straight drive. Actually, I don't think I've seen Glenn McGrath bat better than he has in India on this tour. He's really got some confidence going, and this is an example of the sort of shots he's capable of.
Nice reach, and he is really watching the ball. That's what's helping him. Head over the ball, really watching it. Of the men around the bat catching on the leg side.
McGrath again looking rock solid. Oh, and he swept that one away nonchalantly down to the boundary for 4, and he's still on his knees. He's holding the pose and right off the middle of the bat. Well, Glenn McGrath's enjoying this. He wants to be a little bit careful about doing this too often. He's played very, it wasn't quite off the middle of the bat either. But have a look at this. He enjoyed it, didn't he? Tendulkar. Bottom edge. Don't know what they're appealing for. It looked to me as if it was bat, and it'll go all the way to the boundary. These are all vital runs, vital minutes and vital runs.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that shot. Glenn McGrath will be talking the boys through this one for a while. It's going to go to the boundary. He's off the mark. An exquisite drive through the covers.
I like Glenn McGrath cover drive. You know, there's a smile there too. There's that comfortable place from Mullally.
And that one driven down the ground again. Well, all I can say is that it's well, how would you describe it, Bumble?
Well, it's a very, very good cricket shot from McGrath. He's just eased one through the offside, and then look at this classical straight drive with a full face of the bat. Oh, yes. They're going to hear a lot about that.
Heaved that one on the onside. Again, not quite timed it, but he'll still get the boundary. Well, the crowd enjoyed that. I'd love to see a number 11 come out and play a few shots. Well, he's given every indication he's not going to mess around.
This is the slog sweep. He got a little close to it. He's a tall man. He got the foot quite a long way down. Just managed to get enough bat on it to squirt it wide and mid-on.
Now Glenn pins the air back. That is a big hit. One bounce, 4 runs.
That was a tail-ender slog, wasn't it? The ball was tossed up, and Glenn McGrath.
Do you think he's more at home against spin?
I think he is, the way he's played this stroke. It definitely is. That was a beautiful stroke, wasn't it? Full stride in, and then full flow of the bat.
And hard work for England's 3 main seamers.
He's going hard. The slips are chasing it because there's no third man, and McGrath finds the rope. Another expensive over. 9 off it. It's 9 for 448.
And the pull shot. That's 4 runs. The reason I'm excited, I played quite a bit with Glenn. I've never seen him play a more authoritative shot than that. The pull shot's in the kit bag.
He's saved it for his 100th test match, lads, making it a memorable occasion. Magnificently executed. Surprised by the shot delivery, well controlled. Right into the ground. Well, he'll be very happy. He's made you happy.
Oh, what? The top order. Watch and learn. That was played beautifully. And now cover drive. These runs important for Australia, and 3, more importantly, to get Michael Clarke back on strike. Clarke is 12 shy of his 2nd Test match 100. The threat here is that Glenn McGrath might just get a little bit too carried away, try and play too many shots. Nothing wrong with that one.
Well, he knew what to expect as a fast bowler. The shot delivery first, and then the full. And Michael Clarke, he's enjoying it as well.
Oh, he's getting excited, Glenn McGrath. Look at Ricky Ponting, loves it too. A couple of hook shots for Glenn McGrath. Let's not forget, 100 tests for him. And this one not quite as convincing, but nevertheless it's put away, and it's run away quite nicely. Just rolling the wrist nicely on it. Tell you what, he got pretty close to the stumps too, Dino, but it's a beauty. 4 runs, deserved it. Into double figures for Glenn McGrath. Ever closer to the 400 for Australia.
And in the gap, he finds it once again. He's hit across the spin, but it hits the middle of the bat, and 4 runs, 193 for 9. Now the pull shot, that's going to beat the fielder. He has timed that superbly. Here we go. 198 for 9.
Right, McGrath on strike. 2 to go this over. Oh, and it's a quicker one down the leg side. The line wrong there. I think there might have been a little bit of a deflection off McGrath's pad. Umpire going to, he's got a little edge on it. Well, there we are. He's gone to 5. No trouble.
Look at Jason Gillespie. And Glenn McGrath this time, a real biggie over mid-wicket. Boy, how will McGrath enjoy that.
Take a photograph of that smile. It was as sweet as a Gilchrist. You could hear the crack of the bat and the crowd there loving. That's a big hit. That's a long boundary. Down on the knee, and he went bang. It went long, long, long way. That's a big hit from McGrath. All of a sudden, he's on 25. Can't believe it. McGrath not so fine. He gets 4 more. Over the top, past the keeper. crowd are loving it. That's the Australian fans. I'm sure the New Zealanders are starting to pack up their bags and look for the gate. Partnership now with 61. It's an onside player, McGrath. He's scoring all his runs on the onside. 6 over mid-wicket off for Tory. He's playing pull shots. Now he's playing half attempted hook shots. Doing an Ian Chappell there. Got inside the line. Good thick edge over the keeper's head.
He's playing that hook shot and pull shot brilliantly, Glenn McGrath. A 50 in Test cricket's looking on the cards now.
I don't know why they're looking so surprised in the viewing room. He's getting better and better. It's very poor bowling. Tired, short of a length. I don't think he can believe it himself how much stuff he's been dished up. Straight off the middle of the bat. Rolled the wrist over the top of the ball, the way you coach it.
One short of his highest Test score now, Glenn McGrath. It's 9 for 539. Well, he's definitely going for it, and he's hit a big one. So 2 needed. And he's going to do it in style.
Well, we've seen 2 magnificent centuries today, but folks, sit back in your seats, strap the belts on, because the biggest celebration is just 2 runs away. This place is going to go berserk. That is a very good shot. Field is up. And now Stephen Fleming, is he going to make any adjustments? Or is he just going to back his bowler? Is he going to slow it down? This is a huge moment in one man's great career.
Well, he's done it. And he's done it in grand style with a boundary. Well done, Glenn McGrath. First ever half-century in Test cricket.
That is just magnificent. I think that behind the smiles there might even be just a tear or two there too. Just fantastic. The longest ovation for a 50 in the history of the game. Incredible stuff from Glenn McGrath, and he's asking how many balls to come. What's going on?
Well, he's seen the batsman do that. 115 innings to get a half-century. Now, I wonder, I think what he's trying to do now, and I think the reason he asked is so that he can feed the strike to Jason Gillespie now. Probably go down and tell him how to go about it. Well done, Glenn McGrath. It's 9 for 561.
Well, when it's hot, you're hot.
It was definitely a case of the ball hitting the bat rather than the other way around, and Glenn McGrath knows it. But he'll take it. Whilst he won't be thrilled about the 4 runs, he will at least know that that keeps McGrath on strike, so he has another crack at him.
Drift onto his leg stump and pay the penalty.
Just think about it. You've bowled 47.1 overs. You've got 5 wickets, 3 of the Australian batting. Glenn McGrath has come out and played the most glorious stroke. Got you away for 4 through mid-wicket. Hitting against the spin as well.
Well, pretty ugly boo greeted Glenn McGrath as he was announced across the PA. Bloke that's got 499 Test match wickets and been one of the great cricketers of all time, I think can just get a bit better than that from people who respect the game of cricket. But anyway. And McGrath has a boundary and a really crisply played stroke as well. Excellent batting.
Man with a Test match half-century to his name, Glenn McGrath. So he's clearly improved since the last time we saw him, and this is evidence of some improvement. Clipping leg stump half volley, nicely away.
That's out of reach. It's also quick from Flintoff.
It's a vicious delivery, really, to a tail ender. Steep bounce, angling in from wide of the crease. I think I thought it might have taken the shoulder of the bat, but it didn't. It was just a genuine edge. And given the fact that he's put a couple down today, Kevin Peterson might be glad that it was just a bit too high and a bit too wide of him.
This is fast too. This is really seriously aggressive bowling from Andrew Flintoff. It's 190 for 9. McGrath has got an elegant boundary. Grace under pressure. Here are Michael Slater and Richie Banner.
Thanks, Mark. This is not quite desperation time for England, because they only need the one more wicket and then they'll be able to bat.
Oh, have a look at that. That did look a bit like Bradman.
Probably got your batsman wrong, Greggy. That was a short long up, that outside off stump. It wanted hitting. Look how short this is and wide. Just sits up nicely and says, hit me.
He's just backing across there a little bit and then into the cut shot. McGrath would have enjoyed that. 14 he's got now of 21 balls. Right, get ready for a short one now. Surely Jones has had enough of this. Yes, he was moving across, wasn't he, Glenn McGrath, trying to premeditate.
He hasn't had much into his ribs, though, has he? I mean, you can see his average there, 7.5 virtually. I mean, he's played a massive innings, 16 not out. I really believe tail enders, you've got to soften them up a bit into the ribs. I don't like it. You know, that's a poor delivery, isn't it? You've just complimented him on a couple of balls right in the corridor, and then you bowl one middle and leg. I mean, that's well, it's just easy balls in this quality of cricket. You just clip it away.
Well, he made 20 against England in Headingley in 1997, so he's equalled his best against England, and he's not finished yet.
Still searching for the Yorker. I'm with Jeffrey, length off stump.
See, the one thing you would tell a tail ender if you were a batsman in the dressing room, you'd tell someone like Glenn McGrath, look, they're obviously going to bounce you. Well, just duck out of the way. If it hits you, it doesn't matter. It's not out. And they're going to bowl you some Yorkers. So don't pick your bat up very much. Be ready for the Yorker. That can get you out. The bouncer won't.
Holder's just gone LBW to Collimore, but McGill survives. And McGrath gets 4. A lovely little leg glance that is, too.
That's pretty well hit. And McGrath starting with a boundary. It's 9 for 125.
Oops, he gets a neck, could have been 5. It's going to go for 4. Well. McGrath getting the edge, and Richardson, who's kept brilliantly, maybe just a fraction late.
And nearly as important for Sard's over to bowl the penultimate over with some balls at.
And he's beaten the keeper. Long chase for third man. He can't get it. So welcome boundary for the Australians. A hush in the crowd.
It's a big hit. It's a big hit. Good use of the feet. It's gone a long way. It's into the rope. Williams showing a lot.
Slip. And that's 4. Wide down the leg side. And McGrath catches up with it. Stephen Fleming not happy about that at all.
This will be quick. You can bet. Well, it's gone off the bottom of the bat. It was almost beat McGrath for pace, but I think he's got just the cue end of the bat on that to get it for 4, down to fine third man.
French cricket, that's what he's got to do. So put the bat down when he takes guard and don't take it back at all. Try and get some bat on the ball here. Runner on a hat-trick.
He deserves one. I'd love to see it. There we go. Oh, it's inside edge. Oh, it was so close. That's as close as you could ever get. It's gone for 4 as well. And Glenn McGrath will say, well, I meant that. Inside edge, past the stumps for 4.
That's the straight drive Glenn McGrath style. Straight back past the keeper. Not only has he robbed runner of a hat-trick, he's picked up 4. This is McGrath at his best. Fantastic stroke. Ideal in the last over.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic bowling.